I think I should mirror this. Oh, okay, so we're live. Hi, welcome to the first episode of AI is going to replace you. So I specifically, so, so अभी इस gap इसके लिए था क्योंकि in the background I had like a tab which is going on, which is like the live stream of this. So ये हो गया. So Bulchuk Maaf, this is the first time I'm doing this in a very live format, so I'm excited as well. I'm firstly we are doing this because one, I totally feel that it is time that we realize AI as a technology is going to stay with us because one, anything which like this is how I have been observing about technologies as a whole, that any technology basically which helps reduce friction. What Krunal also says a lot, that any technology which helps reduce friction is going to be there with us for a very long time. So what we're going to do in this episode is, one is we're going to actually see demonstrations of how this is what the series is about. That we will basically take out each job one by one using. For the first time, we're using Chat GPT. We'll use other tools as well, but Chat GPT in itself is very powerful. So this is going to be the first tool that we're going to use, and we're going to replace personal assistants. So to understand what a personal assistant does is far more of a responsibility kind of job. And when I say AI is going to replace you, I don't really think that it is still at the position where it can, with context, do a lot of tasks without making silly mistakes. So what we are doing this is because you should know if you're a personal assistant, or if you are a person who has hired a personal assistant, what is the minimum, क्या like, and I try to do this in Hindi as well because I think बहुत सारे लोग हिंदी देखेंगे, उनको समझेगा भी चीज़ कि ज़रूरी नहीं कि पर्सनल असिस्टेंट्स रिप्लेस होंगे, वो लोग ये यूज़ करके उनका काम पे काफ़ी एनहांस इसमें कर सकते हैं. So the craziest part about this is that we so like इसका जो स्क्रिप्ट है पूरा का पूरा, ये वीडियो का भी, एपिसोड 1 का भी चैट जीपीटी ने जनरेट करके दिया है. So I'll start by doing that. So 1 second. So I've used GPT-3 for context, because GPT 3.5 the model for that context, because uh, like बहुत लिमिटेशन है GPT 4 का. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है जितना उसकी कैपेबिलिटीज बढ़े भी उतना उन्होंने रेस्ट्रिक्शंस भी ज़्यादा डाला है. सो बहुत सारे काम के बीच में उनका जो टिपिकल एरर है वो अटकता है, लाइक इट स्टॉप्स यू फ्रॉम बीइंग टू क्रिएटिव. So, see, like I told you, this is entirely given by ChatGPT, so you know that how powerful it is. So, like, there are ways to customize these prompts. The main thing is that they go, like, it's just like a skill. But there are a lot of people in the world who are very good at googling stuff, and searching and getting, okay, how to actually implement these things. This is the particular skill which was always, the publicly बात नहीं करते थे उस चीज का. I don't know why the background music is going on. Background music बंद करने दो. Hey, hi Javed, how are you? Yeah, I think so. Javed has asked about your thoughts on content creator replacement. I think that content creators are going to be not replaced, but again, like it's a lot about how content creators can enhance uh, their writing abilities, because more than content creators being replaced, I think content creators अभी है भी नहीं enough दुनिया में, like लोगों को और भी देखना है, like the consumption, because of like short form content, सब कुछ चीज रोज नया 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 देखने का कुछ ना कुछ अप्रोच आते रहता है. So पूरी तरह रिप्लेस तो नहीं होगा, but I do see कि lot of their tasks becoming more and more fast. So like एक करके what we'll do is every day we'll stream on this. Every day we'll take out one job कि ये job कैसे AI use कर करके बहुत better कर सकते हैं. So hi Shashav, nice to meet you. Hi Bhavesh, nice to meet you as well. So let's begin the demonstration. So the first thing, so I do have a personal assistant, and most of the jobs include a lot of things like booking flight tickets and then deciding the itinerary, writing emails, writing responses to emails. ये बहुत बड़ा task होता है in hand. So I want to show you that will prevent AI theft. So so while I'm speaking, I'll try to answer all the questions. So कि आप लोग ऐसे एकदम को बोर ना हो ऐसे. Do you think blockchain will play an important role prevent AI theft? I do think that blockchain, the technology, is a lot about transparency and so, and it's since it's a public database in the very basis, at least we'll be able to figure out that who did a lot of things which were not possible before. If we start actually using blockchain as a database to store these kind of informations, which proprietary information like trademark ho gaya, we just prompts are going to become a very trademarky thing, are going to become proprietary. So you could like get your prompts into NFTs and like print it on the blockchain, and then you can claim that you were the first one who actually did it because it's timestamped. So yes, so we'll start with how can we use ChatGPT to first to basically write email responses. So let me see an email I can pick out. Okay, so this is the fresh instance of ChatGPT. So we'll begin with actually like writing a nice email for, let's see. So we have a product called as desync.ai, which basically lets it's like how do you say it? All the freelance platforms right now I feel are not actually solving the problem of remote work. So think of desync.ai as a completely new remote work tool, or more of like I like to call it instant workforce. So you can come to the platform, post any kind of micro tasks or online micro tasks, no manual labor of course for now, but any kind of online labor that you want to get done, post it, you can get it done for $5, that kind of things. So I do feel that a lot of the jobs are going to go into that direction where it's going to be real time collaboration will be needed, and these kind of specific things. So let's start by writing an email to let's see who will we write to. Write an email, or let me check if I have a cool email which I can respond to. Okay, I'm still figuring out a lot of things. Harsh. So basically, I paused the background music. I don't know, it's very annoying. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so I have received a cold email by someone. It's about sending cold emails to people. Uh, so this is the email. It says, "Hi Roshan, my company sends out mass cold email outreach campaign. Shout out to heydaystrategic.com." So what you'll do is we will generate a reply for this email. So, this is how I do it. I consider ChatGPT as an actual person. So like I consider it as my actual assistant. That is the only way we can get this to work. So since I'm going to type now, I'll reduce the size of my face and we'll focus on the chat. Again, pardon me. Like if we keep doing, अगर मैं रोज करते जाऊंगा इस चीज को, so I'm pretty sure we're going to like actually do it very nice the first time. Okay, so the email basically says, "Hi Roshan, my company sends out mass code literature campaign." So our objective is to write a reply to this email. So this is how I write. Hey, I've received an email. Received the following email, which is received the following email. So okay, this is now since you have written the email, this is the following email. Now next you have to tell it. So this is how I structure my prompts. First, of course, I put in salutation because, like I told you, I have to treat it like a real person. So I do put salutations okay, like hey, and stuff like that. And then basically, what we can do is we type in like okay, what is the context of it? So first, what we did is we wrote in that hi, I've received the following email. We gave it the context. Then what so it's like I wrote the entire email. Now what I wanted to do about it. So I'll tell you. Right now I'm not interested in the service. So I'm going to tell I'm going to ask it to write a response to this email. And like this is happening live. Okay, this thing could fail as well. So don't hold me for it. But we're going to ask it to write a response for this email that we will get back to them when it is needed and we do not need it as of now. So I'm going to literally type exactly what I said to you in the chat. Please write response saying that we are not interested in the service in a very positive manner. Enter and wow. So it literally has written this that hello, thank you for reaching out and expressing your interest in our company. While we appreciate the effectiveness of cold outreach campaigns, we have already established our own strategies and are not currently seeking any additional services in this area. We wish you the best of luck in your endeavors and thank you again for considering us. Best regards, Roshan. Think about it like you do not have to think even once at what exactly you have to write. No grammar required, nothing required. Literally give you the exact response. जस्ट टू टेल यू ये पहले पॉसिबल नहीं था मतलब ये दिस वाज नॉट एज इफेक्टिव एज व्हाट यू सी दिस राइट नाउ इतना कभी था नहीं ये चीज़ बहुत बेसिक हुआ करता था हाय सुयश नाइस टू मीट यू मैन हाय मोगली बिग फैन एज वेल मोगली कार्टून्स में यू कैन राइट कार्टून स्क्रिप्ट्स एंड सब सो लाइक अब हम रोज एक ट्राई करेंगे कि रोज एक प्रोफेशन को कैसे एआई यूज करके और एफिशिएंट बना सकते हैं दैट वुड बी देयर सो स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग हो गया मूवी स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग बेसिकली वो भी मतलब इट्स अ वेरी कॉस्टली अफेयर with what I know. Like we pay a lot of money to good script writers, something where AI can really come in. So what we'll do is now we'll actually use this email and reply to this person. Oh, so Google basically has a formatting thing. So this is a hack. Just if you want to remove formatting of anything, just open a new tab, paste the text there, Control C again, and then come back here and boom. Okay, not the text that we want got copied. No, why in demonstration this is incoming. There you go. So the formatting जो था वो चला गया अभी, थोड़ा अपने हिसाब से फॉर्मेट करके. It's crazy. Like if you look at it, Grammarly was one of the best general purpose AI tools which came into existence long back. Look, they have been leveraging AI in the best ways possible. Yeah, so we have the mail email ready. We will now send it. Grammarly has already told that what we can do better. Yeah, currently seeking. Spelling was wrong apparently. See, we are still not there. So people are scared that it's going to like take over the world and this and that. It can't even spell India was correctly. So we still have a lot of time. But the thing is, we have to learn these things. We have to start using these things to become more and more efficient. So just type and send. Done. This this thing could have taken me approximately, like I would have to think the replies which I want to put in and this and that, the tone of it. AI just gave the reply to me, and boom, did it instantly. Second, I think so. Again, email was something that, so now we can draft email as well. So let's say that we go in here again and we tell AI that thank you for this, send the email. Now I want you to generate cold email which I can send to Elon Musk about, let's make it Sam Altman. Sam Altman about why did OpenAI choose to become closed AI. Very sensitive topic. Let's say that how does ChatGPT fare here? Now, so again, AI does not have full context that how busy Sam Altman could be for it, for him. So this could be coming from anyone. So people, it feels that everyone is equal, and that kind of demarcations. So until now, I've seen, okay. Although we say that the AI has a lot of bias, but until now, I'm yet to see like a lot of bias happening in that. It considers everyone one. मतलब सबको एकदम जनरल कंसिडर करता है, कुछ स्पेशल इतना नहीं है. So उसको पता नहीं कि like Sam Altman ऐसा फुकट बात नहीं करेंगे करके. So for example, if say, hello Sam, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Roshan and I am reaching out to you today with a question that has been on my mind for some time now. As you'll be aware. So look at it, like how briefly that it has written. So let's go for one more example. Uh, awesome. Let's say that I want to write an email to Shah Rukh Khan. So now I want you to draft a cold email to Shah Rukh Khan. It's crazy. Grammarly correct Shah Rukh. Grammarly, no, I think it is the default keyboard corrects the spelling of Shah Rukh Khan. You have to be this successful, guys. Now I want to do it after cold email to Shah Rukh Khan, telling him about the success of congratulating him. Congratulating. It's a lot of thinking. It's just like how you type a Google search query. Now you have to. It's very similar to that as well. Like you have to give it a context, then give the data, and then finally the question. But on Google search, you have to be as concise as possible. Here you can still be still can be very vague. एंड लाइक जब ये रोज स्ट्रीम करेंगे ये सब बातें तो बहुत रिपीट होने वाली है कि कैसे स्ट्रक्चर करना है एंड ऑल. So I wanted after cold email to Shah Rukh Khan congratulating him on the success of Pathan, Pathan and trying to pitch him about uh, about coming to a podcast called Permissionless, where he can discuss about his early struggles, how he was trying to enter the industry as an outsider. For Shah Rukh Khan, this filming finds you well. Election of warmest congratulations of the leadership. In film industry, particularly as an outsider who has worked his way up to the top. I'm writing it to you today to invite you to our podcast called Permissionless. We invite successful people from all walks of life to share the stories of perseverance and determination in the face of adversity. We would be honored to have you as a guest on our show where you can share your experience of breaking in the film industry and the struggles you face on the way. Your inspired side perspective would be incredibly valuable for our listeners who are looking for inspiration. Wow, wow. I wish I had his email, I would have sent this to him. But so cool, man. Literally, this like these jobs which assistants do, which like you pay a lot for good assistants, like who can work good at English, who can draft good emails. Now suddenly the entry barrier to become an assistant is like knowing basic English and like how to structure prompts. So crazy. I'll go for something else. Okay, so social media manager is going to be a different episode as well because I think there's a lot to cover. But I'll give you a nice demonstration uh, of social media manager, like basic thing, like let's say how you can generate content ideas for something. Okay, so I'll use the same window and see this is how it acts as a full context machine for you, which saves history of what you have typed to it before. So you do not have to repeat a lot of things. You can just so this is the major difference between GPT and Chat GPT. This works on an instruct model, so like it does have the previous context of what you have sent, and your conversation is in continuation always. So let's see. I'm going to ask them that what generate some content ideas and segment the podcast with Shahrukh into short sections with very engaging engaging questions. Wow. Look at this with context. It literally gave you what exactly that you can uh, talk with titles and everything like that. Very crazy. Shahrukh, if you're going to watch this, come on, brother. Now think about this: a script writer or like a person who basically writes these things on uh, how do you say it on for YouTube would have charged exorbitant prices for it. So compared to that, what you exorbitant prices and like exorbitant salary, one second it would have taken them at least 2 days to come up with the script after thinking this and that. And like again, like I keep telling you, I still do not have the time to think about these things every day. I need a person who can do it. But the thing is, now suddenly that person's efficiency got 10x. So see, look at the script, man. It's so beautiful. Oh, okay. Oh shit, I was sharing the wrong tab. Oh, okay. So if you've not seen the email, it actually drafted an email. See again, this is the first time doing this, so it's going to be there. I'll look at the video after it is done and I'll try to structure it. Hi Kaushik. Hi Kaushik Shrestha. Nice to meet you, man. So we asked it that generate some content ideas and segment the podcast for Shahrukh into short sections. So since we invited him, so this is what how I want the podcast to be, and it has actually structured it. So the content ideas, Shahrukh's early life and upbringing, how Shahrukh got interested in acting and pursuing a career in the film industry. शाहरुख इनिशियल स्ट्रगल्स एंड रिजेक्शन इन द इंडस्ट्री. अभी आप ये सब देखोगे तो मतलब ये सब बहुत जनरल टॉपिक है जो एक्चुअली उनको समझ में आता है कि कौन से एंगेजिंग है करके. फिर मैंने इनसे पूछा था कि सेगमेंट आइडियाज क्या क्या होंगे, तो ये समझो इसके ऊपर टाइटल करके आएगा कि द अर्ली ईयर्स. जिसमें क्या होगा, शाहरुख शेयर्स अबाउट हिज चाइल्डहुड एंड अपब्रिंगिंग एंड हाउ इट इन्फ्लुएंस एस्पिरेशनल गोल्स. आप अगर एक बात देखोगे, अब जैसे मैं प्रोफेशनल स्क्रिप्ट राइटर नहीं हूँ, मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ें इसके जार्गन्स भी नहीं पता, जैसे सेगमेंटेशन कैसे होता है वीडियो का. सो लाइक ये सब अपने को सोचने का जरूरत ही नहीं. इट एक्चुअली गिव्स द स्ट्रक्चर. So early years, struggles and rejections, breakthrough, craft of acting, rise of fame, future of Bollywood, making a difference. Wow, philanthropy use of Latin American social causes. Engaging questions. What drew you to acting, and when did you realize it was something you wanted to pursue as a career? Can you walk us through a particularly challenging audition role? So this is something that uh, not like personal assistants will get done. So, for example, if I am a podcaster, so my personal assistant, usually what I suggest every CEO friend of mine, founder friend of mine, when they're hiring assistants, is that hire someone in your founder's office who is like you, or like who is better at good at something, a very specific skill which is very necessary in your daily life, which in your daily work. So, for example, I am more into how to say product every day. So my core job is always product. So, and that's like a very 360-degree role, right? I look into the tech, I look into the marketing, I look into the revenue, all these kind of things. So, and for example, if you are a YouTuber, your personal assistant would be a person who has like specific skills. Like you should have that, of course. Person who understands to read scripts, who has a film industry background, not film industry, like the content creation background, at least this thing. So now they can use ChatGPT to get this done. So it's not just ChatGPT, बहुत सारे tools अभी market में, so we'll try to cover more of them as well. But ChatGPT in itself is very powerful. So the other questions: how do you approach getting into character, meaning a role to life? Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, the next one would be, so we'll go for only for three. So as a personal assistant, so this is something that like a lot of assistants do for CEOs. which is planning itinerary for for a particular, for let's say a very particular this. Hi Kaushik, uh, I have not seen your content yet, but I'll definitely, we can work together. I'm always open to work with more people. So okay, so now we're going to ask it to schedule the itinerary for the entire day of this podcast. So, and like that's a very crazy thing, right? So we tell him that, uh, awesome, full itinerary. I can itinerary for the day of the podcast and things to remember so that we do not make mistakes on the shoot day. Shoot day. As see, giving it a bit more context, Shahrukh's time is very valuable. Very valuable. Literally gave the entire thing. So I can just directly take it from here, and then put it into my schedule planner or the calendar for the day. And boom, we have the entire schedule of what is going to happen with very intimate details of, like, each section. Wow. Every day I'm amazed when I use this, is because even for me. So a background about me, I did automobile engineering. After that, I did specialization in self-driving vehicles. So like one of the few people in the world who can create micro AI vehicles. So back then when I was doing AI, this is like around 6 7 years ago when I like got into did. So there is a reason that I became an entrepreneur is because I was very interested in deep tech, but then I realized that there are not much companies in India who are actually into deep tech, and so like whatever deep tech is very B2B and it's very a bit boring. There's no mass consumer product as such. So never got a chance to really do hands-on work. But now I'm very excited because suddenly the consumers have accepted AI, and like a big shout out to OpenAI for uh, making the market, creating the market. And again, this market, just so you know, is going to be like mobile phones and computers. There are going to be multiple competitors in the market. It's just a matter of when. It's only time. You see a lot of people coming up with very efficient AI models. Okay, so it has literally given me the entire briefing of the day. It says, so here is possible itinerary for the day of the podcast with Shah Rukh Khan. 9 a.m. arrival and setup. Arrive at the podcast studio early to ensure everything is set up and working properly. Make sure all equipment is in working order and test sound and lighting. Guest arrival. Coordinate with Shah Rukh Khan's team to ensure they arrive on time. Everything they need. Greet Shah Rukh Khan and his team and ensure they're comfortable. Briefing and overview on the format and structure of the podcast, what to expect in the recording, review the topics and discussions discussed, and ensure Shah Rukh Khan is comfortable with them. Recording begins. Begin recording the podcast segments according to pre-plan. So like a assistant who is very relevant to the industry of someone who makes YouTube videos and who has done a lot of times will do an exact same thing, right? What it did. It might have some more additions to it, but just look at it. It literally gave you that, time by time break of like how to manage this, and it also exact location things to remember. So all the very important things. So this is quite the power of AI, and I am super excited for continuing this series and showing to you that how uh, each of the job can be made more efficient using artificial intelligence. We saw personal assistants as one. Let's take up, and next time I think I'm very excited to look into social media managers as a category, because uh, I think content is the present now. It's not even the future. It is the present, that content based marketing has become. There's the reason that even I am doing this, right? So content based marketing is going to be a very important uh, tool for creating distribution for products, for your own services, for your business basically. So and it has a lot of potential as well, like, to how do you say, to create narratives. So I think social media managers, I want to be on a rise as well. But again, like, if we can make the life more efficient, they can start thinking more and more creatively. मतलब अगर आप अब सोचोगे कि आपका जो क्रिएटिविटी है, Manish, I got your question. I'll answer to you in the next is. So I think क्रिएटिविटी ये जो सब्जेक्ट होता है हमेशा, ये हर एरा में, हर डिकेड में, हर लाइक हर 5 साल में से बहुत चेंजेस आते हैं उस चीज़ में। पहले अगर आप 5 साल पहले देखोगे तो आज जो फिग्मा पे हो रहा है, इलस्ट्रेटर पे हो रहा है, डिजिटली जो लोग आज इमेजेस बना रहे हैं, उसको भी पहले रिस्पेक्ट नहीं हुआ करता था, और लाइक रिस्पेक्ट बहुत कम हुआ करता था कि वो रियल पेंटिंग नहीं। बट फिर एनएफटीज आया, और पीपल जैसे डिजिटल क्रिएटर्स आए जिन्होंने आर्ट ऐसे बनाया, उस तक हुआ। आई थिंक ये जो प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग भी ऐसा स्किल है जिसमें क्रिएटिविटी चाहिए। लाइक यू फर्स्ट नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड लाइक हाउ टू स्ट्रक्चर योर प्रॉम्प्ट, एंड देन प्रॉम्प्ट के अंदर फिर तुम क्या डालते हो कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, उसमें क्रिएटिविटी चाहिए। सो क्रिएटिविटी बहुत कंसाइज हो जाएगा, एंड विच इज फार मोर डिफिकल्ट। आप एक स्केल पे, आप जैसे एक लंबा कोई चीज कर रहे हो, क्योंकि उसके अंदर बहुत सारे प्रोसेस में होते हैं, और हर एक का थोड़ा थोड़ा क्रिएटिव लेवल चाहिए रहता है। जैसे अगर आप मूवी का स्क्रिप्ट लिखते हो, तो मूवी का स्क्रिप्ट का फिक्स्ड है कि लाइक उसका जो डायलॉग हो गया, फिर उसमें टाइप्स होता है कि वन, बहुत सारे होते हैं, लाइक ऐसे 1 to 1 बहुत कुछ होता है, ऐसे कुछ स्पेसिफिक्स तो पता नहीं है, बट लाइक होते हैं ऐसे बहुत सारे टेम्पलेट्स अवेलेबल फॉर टाइप ऑफ मूवीज। तो उसके बेसिस पे आप उसमें फिल कर सकते हो ये सारी चीज़ें। तो आपका जो अभी ऐसा हो जाएगा कि अगर आपको ये जो आपका जो प्रॉम्प्ट है वो ही आप एकदम अच्छे से क्रिएटिवली और सही से लिख पा रहे हो, देन इट शुड गिव यू द आउटपुट दैट यू डिजायर। मनीष, till what extent can GPT write codes? I think GPT is going to be very powerful. In fact, we figured out a way to like write very efficient code with it as well. So we are using it, and like that's going to be like my third episode ki how we can, क्योंकि हम लोग भी कुछ internal testing कर रहे हैं कैसे। But yeah, we can create, like it's crazy to create like a application from scratch. Like existing code में उनको GPT को ये करके करना थोड़ा different है, थोड़ा difficult है, but it's crazy for this, huh? By the way, it's like uh, crazy for like creating something from scratch. You can like literally give it like एक पेज करके एक चीजें करके पीछे वाले कॉन्टेक्स्ट को पकड़ के वो ये पेज का वो पेज को एडिट करता है, सब कुछ करता है। यू कैन लिटरली टॉक टू इट। सो विल डू दिस डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, पर उसके पहले मुझे इसमें थोड़ा एफिशिएंट होना पड़ेगा। अगेन गाइस, दिस इज हार्ड, like just to tell you, like it's not going to be very easy to come up with good prompts and this kind of things. It's a lot of practice that is required कि आप उसको कैसे करते हो, कितना आप यूज कर पाते हो। So, and I hope like that is the reason that even I am doing this, that it's a very good practice to continuously tinker your mind, that how you can write more and more efficient prompts, because these are proprietary text, because the prompt that you're writing is very behind the scenes. So if you figure, it's like having मतलब वो पहले अभी बोलते हैं ना, बिजनेसेस के पास में, like for the businesses out there, everybody has a secret sauce, जैसे पता है फॉर्मूला बोलते हैं, तो वैसे टाइप का होगा, चीज लाइक फॉर्मूला होगा फॉर पीपल। प्रॉम्प्ट्स आर गोइंग टू बी लाइक फॉर्मूला बेसिकली। कैसे इसने ये किया, क्योंकि वो एपीआई का एक्सेस के मतलब वो चीज़ बैकग्राउंड लाइक गेटेड थिंग, लाइक उसको जो क्या डाला एग्जैक्टली किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा। तो आपके पास में हमेशा आपका सीक्रेट सॉस बना रहना चाहिए। हाँ, so just a suggestion for everyone who is using chat APIs, OpenAI APIs, ChatGPT APIs, uh, encrypt करना इसको from your on the client side, client and server side, कि नेटवर्क कॉल्स के टाइम पे आपका जो एग्जैक्ट क्वेरी है वो दिखना नहीं चाहिए। वन, इट्स अ बिट ऑफ अ सिक्योरिटी रिस्क, मोर देन सिक्योरिटी तो बिजनेस रिस्क, मतलब लाइक इसमें डिफरेंशिएटर बहुत कम है। लाइक जब भी आप ओपन एआई एम्बेडिंग्स के बेसिस के ऊपर कोई सर्विस अपलोड एप्लीकेशन निकालते हो, तो उसका काफ़ी ये चीज़ें कम है। तो आपको जितना हो सकता है उतना अगर आप उसको, बाय बाय, जितना हो सकता है उतना अगर आप उसको पीछे में रख पाओगे तो उतना अच्छा होगा। एंड yeah man, yeah guys, that's it for today. Again, I'm super excited to continue doing this. One is because it makes a lot of sense for me to do this, to tell you all, because I've been like, मैं बहुत times सबको मैं बताते आया हूँ कि like इसको lightly नहीं लेना चाहिए करके, like India as a country, or let's say Southeast Asia as a part of the world, we have a lot of manual labor, and one of the main reasons that we are still not able to achieve that level of GDP and that level of economic activity is because although we have people who are educated but they're not skilled. It's a major problem with Southeast Asia, that we have people who know basic this now, and like so using something like ChatGPT makes you very sorry. I'm getting a call. Sorry, I got a call. Sorry, I got a call. Crazy, like disrupts everything. So yeah, मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ कि ऐसे like चैट जीपीटी यूज करके आप कोई पर्टिकुलर स्किल में बहुत स्पेशलाइज हो सकते हो, लाइक बहुत ज़्यादा एफिशिएंट हो सकते हो। स्पेशलाइजेशन मीन्स दैट द पर्सन एक्सपीरियंस से बेसिकली एफिशिएंसी आता है, दैट इज व्हाट आई बिलीव इन। सो वो थोड़ा बैरियर कम हो जाएगा। तो अभी बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग्स के बेसिस पे अगर आपको सीखने की चाह है तो यू कैन बी लाइक यू कैन गेट specialized in these things. So I think that's it for today. It was superb having a chat and especially doing this live. So see you again tomorrow with how we can replace social media managers. Okay, see you. Bye bye. And subscribe. I don't know. Post what do you call it? Like activate notifications for the profile and the YouTube channel, so you get an update every time we go live or we post something. We won't miss out a chance to talk like this. So I will do it tomorrow. I'll share the fixed time that I mostly it's going to be 7 p.m. every day, uh, because my lucky number is 7. So it's nothing. We have a specific any insights they can. So see you again, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are permissionless. Bye.